or grew up in an era where you didn't have to worry about your goofy birthday wishes being broadcast to the world at large and then being held up as a thing of ridicule. That being said, it is remarkably bad. Other videos that were popular in this time included one in which a dog was being teased about food, like a sandwich. The video included a voiceover to give us the dog's reactions, which mostly involved being really sad that the dog's owner claimed to not only have either thrown away or eaten a lot of food, but even gone so far as to give a sandwich to the cat. There's a cute video of twin babies having a babbling conversation with one another. It's pretty intense. The Nyan cat debuted in 2011 and infected our brains with an inane song along with rainbows and Pop-Tarts. There was a Volkswagen commercial featuring a kid using the Force, Star Wars style, that got a lot of views. And this brings me to the point where I mentioned that YouTube is kind of remarkable because it's a place where people will go and seek out commercials. Whereas in nearly every other venue you can imagine, people go out of their way to try and avoid watching commercials. It's an odd thing, but I guess it all is when you watch it on your time versus when it's forced upon you. In 2012, YouTube was getting 4 billion views every day. Now you might wonder how that breaks down. Well, if you break it down, it means that there are 46,296 views being generated every second. And that was also the year that first saw the first video to hit 1 billion views. Though, as I mentioned already, some videos that had been up on the site for a few years would eventually hit that milestone as well. The video was, as I'm sure most of you know, the music video for Gangnam Style by the artist Psy. Now this was a real sensation with tons of references and parodies to follow, but the music video itself is just an incredibly absurd and surreal series of scenes set to infectious music. It's a video of excess and silliness, and it played right into YouTube's sweet spot for videos that have wide, shareable appeal. It's the sort of thing people would watch and then immediately send to their circle of friends, who would then watch it again, and then would send it to their circle of friends, and so on and so forth. Now, at the beginning of 2012, CEO Salar Kamangar said that the third wave of mass media was breaking, and he identified the first 2 waves as the era of broadcast television and then the era of cable television. Now, he said, was the era of online video, in which more niche subjects would receive attention and promotion. So while we saw cable channels pop up around focused subjects like food or animals or science, these online videos could get even more granular than that. They could cater to a smaller but passionate viewer base. At least that was the hope. And YouTube put some money behind that prediction, quite a bit of it in fact. YouTube partnered with content creators and formed about 100 premium content channels. The company poured around $100 million into that effort to both form and promote those channels, followed by another $200 million later on in an investment in advertising and marketing, courtesy of Google. Now, some of those channels featured celebrities, some featured YouTubers who had become popular through their own channels, and some were partnerships with existing companies. All of the channels received investment on some level from YouTube to produce their shows. A few famous ones included SourceFed, which was founded by Philip DeFranco and had a lot of notable folks work there for a while. Eventually that would get adopted or acquired really by Discovery Communications. There was Geek and Sundry, which is a nerd culture channel helmed by actress Felicia Day and has other people like Will Wheaton in it. It was another early launch. There were some channels that were part of the initial launch that are still around and thriving. Geek and Sundry is one of those. That one's still around. SourceFed, after it was acquired by Discovery Communications, was eventually and effectively shut down and dissolved, kind of absorbed into the rest of Discovery Communications' online digital efforts. Some of those premium channels just sort of faded away without much warning or lamentation. Now, there's so much more to talk about with YouTube, but I feel this is a good place to end here at sort of the beginning of 2012 when the premium channels were first announced. In our next episode, we're going to explore how Google made the decision to unite YouTube and Google Plus logins, how that move completely backfired on the company, how the YouTube Kids app went off the rails, and lots more weird stories about the third most popular website in the world. So I hope you join me for that. If you guys have suggestions or topics I should cover in future episodes of Tech Stuff, you should write me. My email address for the show is techstuff@howstuffworks.com, or you can drop a line on Facebook or Twitter. The handle of both of those is techstuffhsw. Let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover or a guest you want me to have on the show, anything like that. Drop me a line and tell me. If you want to watch me record these shows live, go to twitch.tv/techstuff. You'll find a schedule there. You can go over and join, be part of the chat room, and watch them as I fumble my way through all of the history of technology from the dawn of time up until last Wednesday. And it is pretty exciting stuff. I look forward to seeing you there, and I will talk to you again about YouTube really soon.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck from Stuff You Should Know here to talk to you a little bit about my brand new podcast called Movie Crush. It is where I sit down with your favorite people to talk about their favorite movie. And I'm telling you, I've been having a lot of fun with the show. The Movie Crush community online has been killing it on Facebook. And if you want to hear people like John Hodgman, Tig Notaro, Kevin Pollak, Paul F. Tompkins, Janet Barney, author John Ronson, if you want to hear all of them talk with me about their general movie-going fandom history and their favorite movie, check out Movie Crush. Releases every Friday at Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Edgar Mobiles here.
I'm Carl Tuck.
I'm Jackie Neal.
And we're the host of a brand new podcast on How Stuff Works called Culture Kings, where we get into things. Guys, what are we getting into?
We getting into this, that, skinny and fat.
And we get into things that are not suitable for your kids' ears.
So check us out on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. January 10th, baby.
That's the day you're supposed to listen to it, but not if you're under 18, unless you have permission from a parent or legal guardian, and we'll be checking. We'll be checking IDs.
Get in touch with technology with Tech Stuff from howstuffworks.com.
Hey there, and welcome to Tech Stuff. I am your host, Jonathan Strickland, executive producer here at How Stuff Works, and today I thought we'd take a look at one of the most influential sites on the internet. In fact, it's the second largest search engine on the web. And if you haven't looked at the title of this episode, you might be thinking I'm talking about Yahoo or something, but nope, I'm talking about YouTube. It's a site that has recently been in the spotlight for lots of not so great reasons. But we'll get into those a bit later. And I should mention, this is part one of a multi-part episode. And as of the recording, I'm not exactly sure how many episodes this is going to end up being in total, but I suspect it will be 2. I'll let you know more in our next episode after I've got those notes done. But today, YouTube is the dominant player in online video content. Users watch, share, and upload hours of videos every moment. So we're going to take a look at how YouTube got its start, how it rose to prominence, and some of the stories and scandals that have shaped it along the way. So let's start at the very beginning, which I am told through song is a very good place to start. And that would be at PayPal. Now, PayPal, to back up even further, was founded partially by 2 other companies. In 1998, Peter Thiel, Ken Howery, Luke Nosek, and Max Levchin created a service called Confinity. Like today's PayPal, this was a money transferring platform. And in 2000, Confinity merged with an online banking site called X.com, which was co-created by Elon Musk. So already we've got some really big names involved in this story, namely Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, really. The new service became known as PayPal shortly thereafter, and by 2002 it attracted attention from a little company called eBay. eBay moved to acquire PayPal for the princely sum of $1.5